What's up everyone and welcome to Homebrew Subaru. I recently met up with somebody that owns this first generation Honda Ridgeline while I was out on a morning walk, and they explained to me that they had some lighting issues. The first thing being this headlight is burned out. Now they've already had LED bulbs installed. They don't light up with the daytime running lights on these older Hondas. So I did go ahead and order up some new LED 9003 aux beams for them. In my opinion, this is probably the best brand to be buying online and installing. I haven't read of too many people having issues. I've never had an issue myself using them. Get these dug out. There's a little manual for some reason, whether you can look up stuff online or it's a little promotion manual, I'm not quite sure. A little sticker that I'll be putting on my cupboard. And the actual bulbs. Now these don't have any attached ballasts. It kind of looks like there's little fans in there. There probably is, but I know the ones that are in it are a little bit different from these. Then coming back to the vehicle here, you can see this is the stock OEM connector going into an aftermarket connector with some type of resistor or ballast there, and then the wiring going up into the headlight. Now I've really tried to give you guys a wild camera angle this time, so forgive me if you can't see this very well. But there's the OEM connector. We just undo that. This grommet, I don't know if it'll slip over the actual connector that's in behind here, because it looks like it's a pretty small hole. But I noticed this aftermarket harness actually has like a threaded connection, so we can just undo this, pop it apart, and the grommet will come right over top of that. And just put that aside for now. Now these are held in with these springed tangs. They're very difficult on some vehicles. This one I can see it pretty well. Maybe at your angle, you know, it's kind of being hidden by the actual bulb right now. But it is just a press down lever. And you can see it kind of press down into the hinge. And if you just pull it upward and away, you can see that it actually loosens up and the bulb will come out of there. You can see the bulb is supposed to be held on this side as well. And the two pieces actually hold down on the bulb. And here's the tang here. And you can kind of see it locks in like that. And unlocks, locks, unlocks. If you don't get this lined up properly, you're going to have a jiggling bulb. The bulb may be misaligned in the housing and actually kind of be crooked and shining upward or downward or something like that. So you want to really try and get things fully seated, getting these two bars to go down along the sides of it to hold it in, the tang locked back in place, and that should be secure. Now taking a second look at this bulb that I pulled out, I really don't like this style. I do have something similar in my own vehicle, but these ones have these changeable ends. So if you kind of just turn this, this will pop right off, and it'll allow you to put like a 9005 or an H13 or whatever other style connector and kind of just push down, being held on by those high temp O-rings. But the problem here is sometimes you can't, if these turn into place and you go to turn the housing, well, it just spins, and then you can't actually like free the bulb, like turn the bulb out of its place and turn it out. I've actually seen these where they're dislodged and actually stuck in the headlamp assembly. You want to have something like the one we're putting in, which is fully assembled, permanent, and designed for this bulb only. And you can really tell the quality difference between the two bulbs holding them up together. Not only this one being so much larger and heavier, but I mean, it actually has the brand name directly on the bulb. And in my over 25 years of experience installing bulbs, I've always noticed that the third terminal always goes upward. And that way you don't have to worry about where the tangs are or what size they are and where they locate. Just put this third terminal in the up position and the bulb always goes in. Now just kind of holding the bulb in place, I'm just going to push down this locking bar and get it latched in position. Make sure the bulb's in there nice and tight, and we're good. Now this grommet doesn't seem to have any drainage or venting, but if it does, you always want to make sure it's pointed in the down position. Just put this on and let those terminals kind of poke through, and this grommet should just kind of poke and push around that bulb and kind of give it a nice moisture seal. And then once that's in place, we can just go ahead and put the stock OEM connector and plug it back on. Alright, there's the grand difference between the two headlights, and I just given this one a little wipe down. The light coming out of this lamp is a lot more than the old ones for sure. And then the other thing about these old ones, you can actually hear the little fan that's running inside of it beyond all those cobwebs. Alright, so now we're ready to actually check the lights out and see how they work. And wow, they put out so much more of a white light. It's really nice. And then we'll check the high beams. That's really good. Yeah, he's going to be really pleased with that, I think. Now, I can't really blame anyone for having trouble changing the bulbs on one of these or a headlamp that's very similar. That spring-loaded locking mechanism that holds the bulb in can be very frustrating to get apart and back together, especially if it's not something you've dealt with before or can't really see. It can be very troublesome. I also want to mention that Oxbeam does not sponsor me, this channel, or this video. They're just the preferred brand of LED lamps that I like to buy online. Make sure to check back next week and we're going to deal with the taillights on this thing. If you like this video, make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.